Morning, guys. So, made it back home from Peoria, Illinois. And a few things have happened while I was gone, right? So, let's see. So there's obviously a thief, and I have surveillance cameras everywhere. Question is, what do you do with that, right? Now, this thief is a child. So it's I'm uncertain of what I should do. Do I just put signs up, that say like 24-hour surveillance or cameras or something like that, or do I actually post, the kid's photo, in out in the front yard, and label them as a thief? Or do I take the photo of the child and mail it to everyone on the block and label that child as a thief in the area, right? Shame them in such a way, because, it's not like the days of old where, when convicted, they chop off your hand. So, do I shame them out of this area? Because it's rental property. You get riffraff that moves in and out, right? So, do I take that photo and mail it to every single person on this block? Do I post a photo of them out in front of the house? See, in the act? Do I just do something sort of handwritten, along the lines of, do unto others, or attention thief, cameras, something like that, and then leave it to them, leave it as their decision, like, question, ... Do I mail everyone on this block your photo? As a thief? So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at this morning. I mean, look, it's more to have this child change their ways, right? It's not, my intention is not to I would say, as a parent, I would want to know. The problem is I don't know in which house this child lives. And actually, it's more than one child. And I have them all, so, in the act. So, do I do that? I mean, I understand that's a little drastic, but, the two worst things in this world are a thief and a liar. So don't be either. And, if I were a parent, that would just floor me, right? So I cannot punish another's child. I can't just crack a whip on them, or, and pull my belt off, that doesn't work in this day and age. But at the same time, what they did was wrong, so they will have to suffer the consequences. But what would you do in this instance, right? Because, I mean, it was a small, it doesn't matter the size of what they stole, right? So, I mean, unto a certain point, anything over $500 is a felony. And I do prosecute. However, being that it's a child, like I said, they need to be taught a lesson, but not, do you label them as a thief in the area? I mean, I've had children in the past steal, and I catch them on camera, and they were shamed out of the area, not by me. I didn't do that. The tenants, I shared it with them because it was their property that was stolen. But at that time, it was just a garbage can. Like a little cheap, $10, $15 garbage can, a kitchen size garbage can. It was cleaned out and rinsed out and set out front, before, the house was elevated and all. So it was just at ground level that they were able to just walk up, like look around, make sure no one was looking, even though I got cameras everywhere, right? I mean, the apple don't fall far from the tree. I get that. However, maybe this would be a good lesson for them. And not only that, maybe it would be a good lesson for everyone on this block, to know that, well, I'm not the only one with cameras on this end of the block. However, it did happen to me this time, right? So, at the very least, I will at least install a sign today out in front of the house of like 24-hour surveillance, but I'm considering doing, instead of the photo of this child, I don't know, is it like the thrill, is it just a child seeking a thrill, but however, everyone knows that one thing will lead to another unless it is stopped, unless they are corrected. So I was gone for a few days, and this is what I returned to, right? So, yeah, do unto others. So, what would you do in this instance? How would you handle this? So, like I said, label them as a thief for everyone in the area to know who this child is. Because, little Johnny don't do no wrong. Even though flat out cold busted, and I got you, they didn't do nothing wrong. Everyone would then look at that person totally different. And like I said, this would put shame on this child, possibly shame on the parents of this child. So, what do I do? I could be harsh and rash, but that would be set as an example, right? Post a photo of this child, mail a photo of this child to everyone on the block. Anyway, all right, so moving on, right? I was watching the market a little bit while I was in Peoria, Illinois, and I did not purchase while I was, when I knew I should have. I waited. Excuse me, but I did go ahead and purchase a little more XLM. Not a lot, just a little, right? Just add a little more on the side. So I'm still not where I want to be in XLM, but it's whenever the market takes a dip, that's when I purchase a little more and a little more, whatever. So will the markets come down further? I don't know. I try to explain that beware of those who tell you that they can predict the market, right? When they tell you that they can pick the absolute tops and the absolute bottoms without losing money, look, run. Some people have better track records than others, but, what is their percentage, right, of right versus wrong? So anyway, to each their own. You make up your own mind. Okay, so now persistence, right? XPRT, persistence. I'm still averaging over 1.1 in rewards per day. However, I have done tests previously to determine whether or not I should claim those rewards once a day or twice a day in order to compound that in their algorithm. So this is now going to be another algorithm test, whereas I'm going to let this one go for a full week to see if I average like 7.77, so 7 days at 1.1 should give me 7.7. Will I be able to get above 7.7 in 7 days? I don't know, but that's why I'm testing this algorithm. So we shall see. Because I don't know if it would benefit me more or not. Or, so just a test. But yeah, persistence, XPRT, look, I saw that take a dip. A big dip. It dropped down to like 6.99, I see in my head, while I was, the day I was leaving to go out of town. As well as the day that I got there, right? So I did not buy then. Now, my 2 buy-ins so far of XPRT were at $7.51, and then my second buy was at $7.15. Now, I did have the ability to buy at $5.41 a month and a half ago, and I wish I would have. But, hindsight is 20/20, right? So, also, in addition to that, because I didn't act on it at that time, that then put me out of these other airdrops in the Cosmos ecosystem through XPRT. So, I don't qualify for those. Great. However, there will be others, right? So I began persistence on like October 13th, and the cutoff, or the snapshot for the airdrops was like October 8th, something like that. So I had just missed that airdrop snapshot, so whatever. Other holdings, some have gone up, some have gone most have just gone sideways. I have seen a few others I thought of making a jump at, like now we have Populous under $1. So last I looked, it was like, I see 78 cents for Populous. Now that's not the lowest that it went to. Went to like, I see 60 something cents. However, I was waiting on Populous to drop back down below 50 cents. Like right around 50 cents, I was looking at buying more. So, because I had bought 1 or 2 before this run up, it was like at 20 something cents. Now, for those of you who don't know, Populous, I was in that ICO. I invested 25 Ethereum into Populous in that ICO. And that was like, 25, 26 cents, somewhere around that ballpark, maybe a little under. And I was floored in 2017. That went to $86, I see in my head. So to go from 20 something cents to $86. Now, the thing is, and this is why I changed how I take profit. So, going into a bull market, I don't, none of what I say here is advice in any way, shape, or form, right? So, however, from experience, now I can say that I will only sell 20% going into a bull market at different price intervals, right? That way then I have 5 times to sell. Because with Populous, that taught me such a valuable lesson. So, look, I knocked it out the park. I sold it like $3 of Populous, and I sold the full bag. And then watched it go to $86. Life-changing? Oh my goodness. Who would have known such a thing, right? So, yeah, I now will only sell 20% of a bag at different price intervals. So I changed that. That was a valuable lesson. A very valuable lesson. But here again, 2017, I couldn't take profit. So I didn't have things set up for being disabled in order to take profit. So I was only putting money into crypto. So it wasn't until recent that I began to take a little bit of profit. So, yeah. So, little theta, little digibite, took a little froth off the top, if you will. So, but look at what I've been able to accomplish. So, that was, to look at the numbers on a screen and to see, those digits on a screen, it doesn't really hit home until you do take a little profit and fix those things that you need to fix. Whether that's to fix your house up, to fix your car up, to fix up your property a little bit, maybe to pay the property off, whatever. Buy another property. It's not until you do those things that you actually win. So I had to win. So the different things I've been able to achieve through crypto really I'm floored, I mean, looking back 5 years ago, I would have never thought I'd be where I'm at, So with this, it accrues over time. So, but I'm really just floored, I mean, crypto changed my life. And now I've gotten to the point where, okay, win moon, win Lambo. After, dude, I'm already there. It's like after the moon, then what? So now it becomes a point of what can I actually use this for? What can I build? And I got a good idea. Actually, I already know. There are several things I intend to do in crypto. A few of you know what that is. But in due time, some things are big. So I screamed it from the rooftops for a while. It was like fell on deaf ears, as though they didn't understand, they didn't comprehend how big of a deal this really is. Well, this weekend, I know other people have figured out now how big this is. So, a very big deal for the disabled, but more so than just SSDI, right? Also for SSI. So, with a few additional things later on that can be implemented. So, I had this idea a long time ago. So as far as an outline, I've had that for a while. So I know, if anything, I could say that I know that this is my purpose, to share with others what I have found and what I was able to do and achieve. Because, all of these financial gurus come out, Dave Ramsey, many others, and say such things that are just completely bogus. But I understand they don't know, so they have to be careful in what they say. I get that. But to just be completely wrong, for far too long, the disabled, all we've had is just gold, silver, and cash under the mattress. I found a way. So, but there are precautions to take. So there is no handbook in this that is written. Maybe I can change that. Anyway, look, so I guess for today, it's more of do unto others. Do unto others. Y'all be cool. Later.
Everything is not enough. Really hard to find the ocean. Among all those white hot sands, where every sunrise is just for you. So come along.